Hey guys, so today I'm going to be installing a new steering wheel on my 15WX STI because my old one is very chewed up and torn, stripped basically from a lot of winters of me having a heavy jacket on and the zipper catching as I'm sitting down, and eventually it just kept tearing. And I was like, all right, I think it's about time that I start to replace it now with a new steering wheel. So I bought this one on Suvi Mods, I believe it is. And you can see it's got like the red stitching. It really resembles the OEM one pretty close, I want to say. I really did like the look of the OEM one, which is why I kind of like this one a lot too. It is a little thicker though, like when you grab it. I'm gonna leave the plastic on for now, but yeah, it is like a lot thicker than the OEM one for sure. So it feels like really nice and comfortable in the hand. So I'm gonna get ready to install this one. I did also buy this plastic trim piece that goes on the bottom of the wheel. It replaces the factory OEM one that's like silver with the red STI logo. This I think came on like the newer 18 plus STIs, and this definitely looks a lot better like that silver one. So it's supposed to go like down here. I'm going to swap that out too while I'm also doing the install. But let me show you what the old... Alright, so this is what the old wheel looked like. As you can see, it is very chewed up here. And like I said, it mostly was because in the winter times I would wear a lot of like heavy jackets, obviously because it's cold. And a lot of them would have like these heavy duty metal zippers on that while I was trying to get into the car, the zippers... not to my knowledge at the time when it first started happening, it was like scratching up against here. As you can see, it's like all like chewed up over here. And after a while, I started noticing it, and then this top layer of like, I don't know what this is. It's like a fake synthetic leather, I guess, or something. But this started peeling off, and you know, it would be annoying because sometimes I'm like driving, and I would feel like a big flap of it coming loose and it would just annoy me, so I would grab the whole thing and just tear it off. But yeah, look, it was all the way down here, and as you can see, it's only that side, so it's really just from like my zippers getting in, you know. But like I was saying, this is like a little thinner than the new one. You can see it's like really thin, but I like the look of it a lot, so that's why I was looking for a new wheel that resembled the OEM one, because I think this is like really, it's like a nice low-key look. It's not like, you know, like the full carbon fiber wheels that a lot of people get, which isn't bad. I just think it's like a little bit too much for my own personal taste. So I really like the OEM one, and I was thinking of just buying another OEM wheel, but I was like, I don't know, I mean, for like the kind of quality, I feel like I don't want to have to deal with that again. And of course I am going to be more careful going forward, but you know, I definitely wanted something maybe that looked a little better and felt a little thicker, like in the hand, for sure. So that's why I got the new one. Don't remember the brand, but I'll add it to the video if I do remember, if I recall that brand. This is that plastic trim piece that I was talking about, the silver one. It is kind of ugly, obviously, so I'm going to replace it with that black one that I bought, because I think that looks a lot better. It'll definitely complement like the rest of the interior that I've changed. I still have a few other things to change, but yeah, I'm going to take care of that, and hopefully it all goes well. I already disconnected the car battery, so that's already said and done. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about this airbag exploding in my face and knocking me out, and then my fiance walking over here and finding my body knocked out. So if you're doing a similar install, don't forget to disconnect your car battery first. Important. It's really hot today and I'm in this car. Oh man, those clips are no joke. You guys have no idea how long that just took me. And this sun is also no joke. It is just beaming on me and I'm just profusely sweating. Basically, oh my god. Basically, there's 3 holes, one here and one on each side. Through those holes, you have to use this flathead to reach in there, and there's these little skinny metal clips that are essentially holding this airbag in place. You basically got to use this, push against it, and make the clips release for that specific spot. Once those 3 release, then the whole airbag is going to come out just like this. It is not easy. I recommend turning the wheel at each point so that you could maneuver it from the driver's side area. For me, that was just easier. I didn't have to like lay underneath and try and maneuver it that way, or like try and look through here. You're not really gonna have enough space here. So that's my recommendation. I already got the clips off of the airbag finally. Now I'm just gonna have to disconnect. I don't know if you can see, but here there's there's 2 connections here, and then this gray cable. All 3 of those have to be disconnected. And then here in the center, there's going to be a nut that I have to unscrew and take off, and then I'll be able to take the whole wheel off after that. All right. All right, just like that, got it all out. All right, got the tools. Now I just gotta, I read online it was a 17 size. So I guess I'm gonna try it and see if it was right. Yep, it does fit. All right, got that off. Side here. All right, so I did take that nut off. I put it back on only because I realized if I start tugging at this wheel, because it's still on there pretty strong. So I'm gonna try and like forcibly pull on it, but I realized if I do that, I might use enough force to where like I might knock myself out with this wheel once it becomes loose and hits me in the face. So I put it back on and I left it really loose. Just so that way it'll, catch the wheel and it won't smack me in the face. So I'm just gonna take this plastic clip off. And then according to what I read, that's about all that holds it in place. So now I'm gonna try and start yanking it, see if I can get it off. Hopefully, this nut stops it from whacking me in the face. All right. All right, that worked. Just might want to be a little more careful than I'm being right now when pulling out the wheel, but there you go. Got the wheel out. Now I think all there is left to do is to basically gotta take these off so that you can transfer it to the new wheel. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll pop back into the car with the new wheel and all the other components added back again with the wiring as well. I'm just not gonna do it in my car because it's extremely hot, so I'm gonna go back in my garage and come back with the wheel ready. All right, so I got all the stuff connected back on to the new wheel now. basically it was just, you know, screwing this on. I put the new black trim piece. I don't know if you see it, it's got the red STI logo, and this is all black. That was essentially it. And then it was just connecting like this connector back on, and then those metal clips, you gotta put those back on. Those are pretty easy. They just kind of slid out and then slid back in on the new frame. But everything lined up pretty well, just like OEM. So honestly, this was a really good purchase. I'm pretty happy with it. I think the brand was Molded Innovations, if I remember correctly. I'll double check that though. But yeah, everything sounded pretty well. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, bolt this back onto the steering wheel, line it up, make sure I'm, you know, putting it back on straight and everything. But that's it. So I'm gonna do that right now. Alright, I got that back on. Now I'm gonna reattach the airbag, pop it back in, make sure it clips in. That's about it. Alright, so finally got this new wheel on. This is first look. I love this. This was definitely a great addition. I'm glad I bought that at the same time. But look how much like thicker this wheel is. Like it definitely feels like really good to grip it. Still has the flat bottom. The red trimming is nice. It's nice and fresh. This one I'm gonna try and take care of better. Hopefully, you know. But yeah, it was pretty difficult install, only because of those clips though. Only because of those clips. Aside from that, it was not too bad. It was pretty straightforward. But I'm definitely happy with the results. This looks so much better, and it still has like that really nice like OEM quality look to it without it being too much, you know. But I like it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Any questions, comment, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.